CNN Headline News 24/7.
Some big news comes in tiny packages at this year's Consumer Electronics Show.
Our technology correspondent Daniel Seberg has a preview right from the middle of things in Las Vegas. Daniel, welcome back.
Hey, Steve and Sophia, how are you? A lot of gadgets out here at the Consumer Electronics Show. They fit in the palm of your hand, but that's so 2004. We're going to be talking tiny gadgets, some that fit on your fingertip, with Jim Louderback from ExtremeTech.com. And Jim, the first one is really small.
Look at this. This is an injectable microchip, a wireless microchip. What you do is you inject it in the skin, and it's got information in it. It communicates with sensors that are being developed that can figure out your heart rate or your blood pressure or your temperature.
And we're going to have that coming up and more when we return.
At the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, some of the biggest technology news is very small indeed, huh?
Very small. Medical implants to wearable and fashionable MP3 players. This is the time to sweat the small stuff. Technology correspondent Daniel Seberg is in Las Vegas with a few things to show us if we can see them.
Well, they're like matchbook size, aren't they?
No,
yeah, they are
like
smaller than a matchbox. That's big for what we're talking about in this case. Yeah, this is some really small stuff. It comes in all shapes and sizes here at the Consumer Electronics Show. Some of it's so small you could easily lose it, but luckily we found Jim Louderback from ExtremeTech.com. And Jim, the first one is a medical device in some way, so it has a real benefit too. Right?
Exactly. It's a little wireless implantable chip that I have right here. You put it in under your skin, and what it does is it can be read by a reader like this, communicate with medical sensors that are still coming out, look at your heart rate, your temperature, and it can communicate variations to that, go to a reader like this. Now this is a prototype, it'll be much smaller.
RFID, radio frequency.
Right,
technology.
exactly. It's a VERICHip. It'll read that information, find out that your blood pressure is too high, communicate that to something like this, which is a satellite communication device.
Bounce off the satellite.
30 satellites in the sky and can send it to your hospital, and so the ambulance shows up at your house before you even know you're sick.
Wow.
All of this coming over the next couple years, and it all starts with chips this small.
Not just fun stuff here, some beneficial stuff
that can save your life. Now,
speaking of small, this is some amazing storage.
Wait a minute, I got to get it the right way. This is the smallest piece of memory I've ever seen.
You could easily lose that.
This is smaller than my contact lens.
Right.
128 megabytes of storage on here, about 30 bucks. You know, take a look at it. This is something you could actually put in a watch. This is my watch. Really thin. This would fit there. To read it, you actually need a reader that looks like a more traditional memory device.
And this other card you've got here, 8 gigabytes. This is enormous. 8
gigabytes. This is 2 iPod minis worth of music can fit on here.
Thousands of songs, photos.
Now, $750 is not a small price tag.
Okay.
But this one, 4 gigs on memory stick is $1,000, so you got to pay if you want something that small. This is, just for those of you who have digital cameras, a 2 gig version, the biggest one available, and about a couple $100.
Okay, so now the next device here, people know portable DVD players, but this is a smaller version, maybe more for kids.
Exactly. It plays these mini DVDs, and these will work on your DVD player as well, but they also work in here. This mini DVD player, you can take it on the road, 129 bucks from Samsung, and the neat thing about it is it's pretty indestructible.
Good for the kids.
I'm like a 5-year-old now.
You can throw it around the back seat of the car.
I think I broke it.
You've got kids, you know how it is.
I do, I know how they are.
This one is a little more fashionable MP3 player.
Yeah, this is an MP3 player that's meant to be a sort of a fashion accessory. You can accessorize with it. It's a 1 gigabyte MP3 player, so it holds 12, 14 hours of music. You plug in right down there, you turn it on, and I don't know, it doesn't look that good on me, but you know, it'll look good on
I think you're underselling
folks.
yourself.
But it also has the little mirror, so you can check, you know, to see if you're, you know.
Very important. Well, I'll let you do that. We've got to stop right there. We're up against the clock with Jim Louderback from ExtremeTech.com. Thanks for helping us out with all this tiny technology. We've got lots of big stuff, too. We'll get to that later. Steve and Sophia, back to you.
Hey, it's so small, maybe you could stick one of those things up your sleeve for me.
Hey.
Well, I wish I could. I wish I could.
Yeah. See you later, Daniel.
Good to see you, Daniel. Thank you.